G'day, I'm Evan, and welcome to Gamey. Joining me on the show this week, it's Dave Callan.
No way.
Yes. Why aren't you clapping me?
Because you're a big mean boy.
What a bitch.
Naomi Higgins. And Ben Russell.
Thank you, Patrick.
I gave you one clap, that's more than you gave me.
You know what? Yes.
All you get. And it was because there was a fly buzzing past my face.
It is a pleasure to be here, Evan, and may I say you are a beautiful person, both inside and out.
Thank you, Ben. Have you been drinking?
I want to, though. Not yet, but yes.
Okay. Hey, before we get started, you know you can support us on Patreon, right?
No.
I didn't.
Well, you can.
What?
I did. I knew that.
Yeah.
But you haven't actually supported us on Patreon, otherwise you'd be on this list.
Oh, well, why would I support? I'm supporting you right now.
No, you are.
Have you shot
fine.
your Patreon pictorial for the top tier yet, Benjamin?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes,
the
my little
nudes.
sexy.
People on Discord have been asking us
Waluigi.
about. Yeah.
Oh, people have been asking. Yeah.
People have been asking
But it
about
has
the
to
Going
happen
on?
now.
What's going on?
Well, last
So-
week on the show. Well,
So last week on the show,
We were sitting in different places.
That's not relevant. That doesn't.
Okay.
That doesn't further the plot.
Oh,
The fact that we were in different chairs.
okay, well.
Why would you bother wasting 17 seconds now of airtime? So I suggested, facetiously, I don't know what that word means, but I did. Something. I suggested in a way that would be quite trivial and not real, but it ended up being something, obviously, from what you're saying. People have kind of saluted as I ran it up the flagpole, which was, Naomi, that Ben here should do a erotic Waluigi photo shoot as the character Waluigi from the Mario series and put it up on Patreon for the subscribers to pay $50 for.
And you know what
Wow.
that
Yes.
says to me?
What?
People don't know what's good for them
Yeah.
and what they want.
You
People
want
go,
to go.
oh, you want a kick to the face? Oh, yes, please. Here's
Oh.
a picture of Ben being sexy.
No,
Which
Ben, you as sexy Waluigi would be the best thing ever. I'm sorry, I have to say.
I'm gonna win. I get him confused, not to be racist, but I get Waluigi and Wario confused.
Yeah, right.
right, yeah.
Well, it's not racist if you're making fun of Japanese people making fun of Italian people. There's enough.
They cancel each other out.
There's a bit of exactly.
2 degrees of racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So it's like
It's like fine.
racism once removed,
Yeah, wow.
if you will.
Yeah, okay. But we are going to give away this copy of Metal Gear Survive. You'll find out why later.
Because we hate it. Nobody wants it. It sucks.
So subscribe to Patreon.
Weirdly enough,
and you can pick it up.
Yeah.
weirdly enough, you found that on the street as well. Someone was like, "Bah!" and you're like, "Oh, maybe this is something good."
No, we haven't been bought. We will never be bought, right, Evan? Unless you've got 150k, in which case that's probably our price.
Yeah.
Evan,
I think my
will
price
suggest-
is definitely 150k. Like that's
To
where.
recommend a game you don't like is 150k.
Oh no, it's like $1,000.
I'd do it for $2.
Yeah, right.
at
Maybe
this
even
stage.
like $200.
$2.
Yeah.
People trust you, Dave.
No, I'm uncorruptible.
I'm highly corruptible.
Give him money.
I need money.
Yeah.
What'd you take away, though?
I like potatoes.
Of
What?
course, that's a no-brainer.
I do.
Just like you.
Hey, what? Oh, flippin' heck.
Fuck you, Dave Callan.
Oh, why? That got really suddenly escalated.
Very aggressive.
rapidly.
Where's this
I'm an
gone?
aggressive
He's
man.
been
I'm
drinking.
fire. I'm a fiery Latino.
Yeah, you are.
What?
You're a fiery Latino Waluigi in the nude.
I'm a lot of things. I'm anything you want me to be, baby.
That suddenly
For
took a U-turn.
150k.
For 150k, I'll be whatever you want.
I'll show you the color of my money later.
Let's... What?
I don't know.
The colour of money.
A couple of weeks back, we talked about the South Australian government putting $2 million into local games development. But what if you could get a couple of $1 million for your own game with no strings attached? Indie developers have been turning to crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter.
That reminds
That
me.
is the question on everyone's lips.
That reminds me. I'm making a computer game. Come at me, give me it all. It's a computer game where I play sexy Waluigi.
Welcome to the Ben trying to get money episode.
Indie developers have been turning to crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter to raise funds for their projects in recent years. But even if they reach their fundraising goals, things never seem to go according to plan. Many miss their deadlines, they go off track or disappear entirely with people's money.
Ben would.
Ben would.
100%
Don't trust
would.
Ben.
He'd be one
Well,
of
I'm
those.
not a computer programmer, so you're giving me money. I'm going to tell you how to make a game, but I've got no qualification.
Ill-advised. Night Dive Studios is the latest Night Dive Studios is the latest.
You got it. Come on.
You can do it. Use
I'll
your
try
words.
again.
Come on, Evan.
Well, use your words, Evie Bibs.
It's all written in front of me as well.
Repeat after me. I am a good host at talking.
I'm a good host at talking.
I'm a sexual being.
smart.
I am smart.
I am beautiful.
I have
I'm
eyebrows that are really nice.
I'm a sexual being with desires, and those desires are to see a little nugget boy dressed up as a Waluigi bear.
No matter how much we
Guilty.
try to veer it away, here you come just back we go.
There we go.
Night Dive Studios is the latest high-profile group to go astray. Their remake of System Shock raised $1.3 million a couple of years ago, but is now on hiatus. Is crowdfunding a good way to make games?
How many people reckon that was because of cocaine usage? They just went 1.3 million. Let's just postpone making the game for a week and party.
So
in
just a little
Vegas.
clarification.
Yes.
System Shock was the big thing that BioShock sort of stemmed from. Is that correct?
A little bit, yeah.
They are
Some
kind of
influence.
they're kind of blood relatives in a way.
Yeah, just like you and Waluigi are blood relatives. But yeah,
Makes it even
basically,
creepier.
That is creepy.
Yeah.
So this was an unaffiliated studio going, we'll buy the rights to make this game and remake it.
Yeah, so these guys, they're independent
And
studio.
System Shock is, up there. It's one of the great classics, I guess. People love it.
Yeah.
This game.
And that's why it got so many people on board
Yeah.
putting money into it. But it took 2 years or something of development and nothing had
And this is
come
it,
of
what we're seeing.
What we're
here?
seeing at the moment on screens is actually their initial pitch. This is in 2016.
Yeah, right.
The
They
demo.
put this video together. Well, so apparently they were like 25% through development when they decided to start
Yeah, right.
the Kickstarter. So, which felt like, oh, look, they've got this to show for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
This is, it's not just some unknown studio with a bunch of concept art going, we're going to make this amazing game. Like they actually had a playable version of the game.
Okay.
And then things start to, the scope of the project changes. They've
Yeah.
said that, they've been talking to different people and it just sort of changed from being just a System Shock remake to then them wanting to go and add new features and stuff and then ultimately trying to make a whole new game out of it. And basically because of all this, they decided that they would put it on hiatus, I suppose, to work out what the hell they're doing.
So it's just it sounds like pretty massive mismanagement.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'm so stressed.
That's kind of the thing about these Kickstarter things, though, right? Because they don't have studio, like big companies backing them, and they might be good game developers, sure, but they don't necessarily have project management experience and managing budgets and
It's a whole different thing. It is so
different.
hard to say no
yeah.
to things, and I think they just didn't say no and everything. They were like, oh, we should just do this as well. And they're like, okay, and then it's 2 years later and they have nothing.
Yeah, and they've like run out of money or whatever. It's like, okay.
So what happens? By the way, what happens when they put it on hiatus? Is that like a pause, or are they not doing it anymore? In which case, what happens to the money that they've been crowdfunded?
Well, that's the other thing about Kickstarter is that there's kind of money-wise, it's just gone, right?
Oh,
And there have
that's
been
nice. I'm going to kickstart a few things.
Yeah, well, that's basically it. Like, there are no protections in place for the people that backed the game. If it may eventuate into something. They haven't said it's gonna, it's stopped. They've said it's on hiatus, and I'm sure they hope that it's gonna come back in some form.
There's been worse Kickstarters than this. Do you remember
Yeah.
the
Oh,
one
for sure.
the device that helped you breathe underwater? And then it turned out to be scientifically impossible
Yes.
after they raised like millions of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you expect? That's what that's my thoughts of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's a Kickstarter. Like, this is all crowdfunding is that way. Like, oh, I'm gonna make a posable so I can take my one-man show of Waluigi to Edinburgh Festival and lose
I'd back
it
that.
all.
I think you would sell out if you had a show called Erotic Waluigi, and it was just your face on the front of it.
But like, people do that all the time.
Have we learned nothing from Zach Braff?
Yeah, like, Of course you lost it. You gave your money to a stranger.
$1.7 million Australian is not that much money.
No.
For making a game, no, it's not. And I think that's a trap that a lot of these companies fall into. You go, we could make this if we had $100,000. And then you get the money and then you got to make it. And then you quickly realize, when you're actually paying people to do the work, actually this is going to take a lot longer than we thought. And it's going to cost a lot more than we thought. And, you know.
Okay, so it's just nerds with too much ego then.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, nerds with too much ego in the gaming community? But look at the successful ones, though. Look at that's really it. There's no real success stories, are there?
Well, they're probably out. I think they're probably
Such is life.
Yeah.
But I backed the...
To quote Ben Cousin's stomach.
The Pebble smartwatch, I backed that.
What'd you get?
I got a smartwatch. It happened.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good. The company got bought out
That's
by
great.
Fitbit, and they've since been discontinued. I'm actually wearing a crowdfunded watch right now, actually.
That's crazy talk.
This is the tick watch that it was on Kickstarter.
How many
or something.
watches have you crowdfunded?
Yeah.
And we're seeing a
Who's
pattern.
crowdfunding more than one smartwatch?
I am.
And that's that.
Do you know, I think with this as an example, on hiatus, I mean, that can mean anything. It's a spectrum.
Yeah, your Dave Callan's sex life is on hiatus.
Hey. Hey.
That's indefinite.
What? No.
Yes.
Why would you bring that up? This show is about games. I don't want to have my personals explored.
Your personals. What the fuck?
Weird kind of phrase.
Stay out of Dave's personals. Please.
Dave's personals is on hiatus because he was mismanaged.
Yeah.
My funds were mismanaged.
Now his funds are missing.
The thing is, I think it stops other people from crowdfunding stuff in the future. So I think cowboys like this, potentially, and the mouth-breathing people.
Like the only way out of it is to deliver a great game at some point, not too distant future sort of thing.
And you got to think about those at Night Dive are going to be like, hey, can I have a job? What have you done recently? I once fucked up a beloved franchise.
More like Nosedive.
Good on you. Yay!
Hey!
Woo! Woo!
We did it.
I didn't get the funny part.
That's all right.
Dave's sense of humor is on hiatus.
A free update for Super Mario Odyssey was released on Friday that includes a new minigame called Balloon World.
Finally.
Along with some other bits and pieces, outfits and stuff. So it's like an online multiplayer.
Yeah, you
thing.
hide balloons and you find balloons.
Yeah.
God,
people-
it's thrilling. It's so much fun. Sometimes people put a balloon somewhere, go get it. Sometimes you put a balloon somewhere, someone might go get it sometime.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's basically it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We put
Such
balloons
an
on the desk.
innovation. Oh, I found them.
Well done.
Yeah, no,
You
I'm
got
with
60 coins.
60 coins. Is that what you get for finding a balloon?
Is that what you get? Yeah.
I'm with Naomi.
Just
Depends
60
on
coins.
depends how hard the balloon is to find.
How does
Yeah,
it know
how
how
much
hard
time
the
did it
balloon
take
is to find?
to hide
I
it.
guess it's by time.
Like how long it took them to hide it?
Yeah.
There's a man in Nintendo that goes through everything.
What does it have to be a man, you
That's
sexist?
tough. That's
10
a tough
points.
one. Yeah. Well, there's a person. You know
Good.
what I mean?
No.
But there's a problem here.
You son of a bitch.
It just happens to be a man.
Yeah, it always does, doesn't it, Evan?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Bloody hell.
There's a problem with this with this game, right?
Yeah, there is. It sucks. Just the DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game
Love
itself.
Super Mario Odyssey. I've only got one moon left.
Oh, you can't find it?
It's amazing.
It's the one for buying like all the souvenirs, and there's a few purple
yeah.
coins that I don't have yet.
Fuck.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
keep
right.
pestering someone to get me the Bowser amiibo. Is it here?
Oh.
fuck yeah, but I
So you
didn't
need-
bring my Switch.
Wait a minute, you need to get a Bowser amiibo to be able to unlock this purple moon, do you?
No, it's just the purple coins. I want to, fuck yeah. Can I take
Ooh,
this home?
somebody snuck in.
This
very
amiibo like
stealthy.
tells you where purple coins are or something.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas
They're tricky
otherwise, I
sometimes.
could have like looked up walkthroughs of each level to find all the purple coins.
Yeah,
but
or-
I was like, fuck that.
That's
get
a
a little
lot of
statue.
coins. You played this game. I'm going to say it. Too much.
Or
Yeah,
just the right amount.
it was not okay for a while, but
Is
we're
it-
okay now.
Is it okay to be critical of a free update with a free minigame? Because
Why
it's
bother?
like it's I don't know.
Sorry, that's really
Yeah.
rude. I really like
It's
Nintendo.
fun for a little
and
bit.
I'm being a bitch. It was fun for. It wasn't fun. I was
The
trying to be
balloon thing,
positive.
yeah.
I was going to say the problem with it is
Yeah.
that people hide the balloons in shitty places, like they hide them in a wall or something that
Of course they do.
you can't, that they have to hack whatever to get to.
Yeah.
Glitch out. And then you don't know if you're just like, you just can't find the balloon or if it's in an impossible to get to place.
or if you're a big Dumbo.
Or, well, yeah, if you're a big Dumbo. Some people in some cases are.
David.
That.
No,
Oh, guys, come on.
it's like cats and dogs in here. I'm with them. I think, honestly, why didn't they do something cool? Like put another bloody world in there.
Wow.
Now that's
I'm sure
DLC.
they're just as easy
They're
as each other.
probably. Yeah.
It's also got some filters for the... Do you guys do the photo mode? You never bothered? Where you can take
No.
pictures? I think I did it once or twice just when I first
No, I
found out
just-
about it, but
I just
I don't even
remember
know.
all the good times.
keep it up here.
I like to paint a picture.
Yeah, in your
Yeah.
mind.
No,
What?
literally.
Oh, you literally...
Yeah, I just look at my Wii and I paint a picture
With the oils.
with oils.
Your
Yeah.
Wii.
You got the wrong console, mate. You're like...
You know what I
5 year-
mean.
You're living 5 years in the past, bro.
For some reason, I will always call anything Nintendo does a Wii now. I don't know why. I have a Switch and I love the Switch. It's a Wii.
That's pretty
Especially
good,
because it's
actually.
so small.
That was the shittest backpedal ever. We know you're a Dumbo now.
Oh, we
You
know.
called the Switch a Wii, you big silly Billy.
It's
The
a Wii.
The Wii came out in 2000 and something,
Now who's being a bitch?
and now it's 2000 and something else.
There's 3 new outfits.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
we're talking.
Yes!
What are they, Evan?
Yes!
What are they? Tell us, O Oracle.
Oh well, there's the Mario in like in the glasses and stuff.
No, it's called
It's like he's on the
Sunshine,
Sunshades.
Shades, and Outfit.
He's on holiday.
Yeah. And this
Wow.
is the actual hat.
There's already resort
But it's
there.
got blue glasses underneath.
Ah.
Hey, how cool would it be if I threw this at the camera person and I became the camera?
How?
Great.
What happens when you become the camera?
I get different abilities. I can
To what, sit
video. What? I can do videoing.
Yes.
And I can swivel around.
Yes. Great.
And
Man, I hate
I
this
can-
DLC more.
I can go.
That's great.
I guess.
There's also the musician hat and outfit, which is just like, I
Oh.
don't know, like
That's
a 20s
actually,
sort
that's
of.
pretty cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, it
It's a
looks
nice
Yeah,
hat.
that was a good one.
And then the knight helmet and armor.
Knight helmet and armor objection. As soon as I heard about this DLC, I'm like, sweet, free armor. I want to wear armor and walk around as Mario Knight, Sir Mario of the Round Table. And it's 3,000 gold coins for the damn helmet and 6,000 for the actual armor itself.
Yeah. So the
What am I
the
made
new-
of coins?
The new outfits
9,000.
cost you coins, but then you can just like lose coins by playing the balloon game and losing. Like that's because the balloon game's a gamble, right?
It is.
You're betting.
Oh, tell you what.
You bet.
She knows.
And I'm against gambling.
Yes.
Because you
refuse
bet your
to play.
coins, right? This is how it works.
This
Yeah.
is how it works, Evan.
You pay
It's-
10 coins or
Yes.
more, depending on the difficulty, and then you can get 50 or more back if you get it.
It sounds
But
like
you don't always get it.
You don't know.
Yeah.
That's
so
the
you could
risk.
just be losing your.
Man,
That's the
it's
gamble.
boring even talking about this thing.
Yeah. And you're trying to find a frickin' balloon.
Yeah.
Some games, like Super Mario Odyssey, are real people pleasers. While not
Yes.
Metal Gear Survive, it's the first Metal Gear game to be developed without Hideo Kojima at the helm. So how does it differ from the previous games, Dave Callan?
Well, to be honest, I think that without Hideo Kojima, Metal Gear is not Metal Gear. It's like Queen without Freddie Mercury, or Han Solo without
Star
mother
Wars.
flippin'. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Without Harrison Ford. And that might be relevant in a few months. That movie, at the time of taping, had not actually come out yet. Metal Gear Solid 5, despite being unfinished, because they said to Hideo, "You're taking too long. We got to get this game out," and they did. They got it out, and it wasn't really finished, but it's my jam. Like, I love Metal Gear. I love all of the whole series. I love the fifth one particularly. This is set in the same world at the same time, and it's basically different in that Metal Gear 5 was all about espionage, stealth, and creeping around. This one is wave-based destruction. The zombies coming at you in waves. You got to kill them. You got to craft stuff. And it's a
Yeah.
bit of a tower defense.
Yeah, building
Partially,
fences and
yeah.
building your home base and stuff.
Speaking of building fences, all you do is you kneel down and you press a button and the fence goes... doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know what that technology is. But
I struggled
could-
a lot trying to build it. I struggled a lot with this game.
You don't have to like get the wires like normal fence people and do this
no.
business.
It's a lot easier than that.
And
yeah.
it's you don't know where like you can't see the fence on the person. They just kneel down and then it just materializes.
I was amazed when I was able to put a fence just in my inventory and carry it around with me.
Without it
I'm like,
being
where's
where's
your
the
backpack?
fence? It's just in my bag. Like,
Is that a fence in your pocket?
the
or-
technology.
Have you just been looking at pictures of erotic Waluigi?
No game's ever let you carry more than what's physically capable before. That's why I'm so mad at
Yeah.
this dumb game.
It's not realistic.
Furious.
How do you fit all that in your pockets?
I
Skyrim.
I struggled with this game. The slow start, the amount of exposition, just like explaining stuff
That made no sense anyway.
and it just did not need to be explained. But I didn't want to skip it just in case it was important. It wasn't important.
Yeah, to bring up to speed, that after the events of Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero, set in 1975, a wormhole opened that sucked all of these bits and pieces into a weird dimension. Like, all Mother Base was sucked into it, which Mother Base is like basically a military oil rig base in the middle of the ocean. A wormhole opened up and sucked the whole base into it. And then you survived, this character who's not Solid Snake, and then he got sent into the wormhole later by some sort of clandestine organization to figure out what was going on. And you have to run around picking up all the pieces of base and like forging them into your own kind of like operations facility to defend the zombies. And I think the big problem with this game is why? Like, nobody cares. People have spent, 10 plus hours on this game and then suddenly gone, what am I doing this for? Like, there's no outcome. In Metal Gear, there was a storyline, there was like an outcome to be achieved, and this one just you're building a base and defending against zombies repetitively for no real outcome.
I named my character Poop, and I gave him a real big nose.
That's cool.
Now Evan's the bitch.
Poop.
I wish I was 15 so I could appreciate that.
Maybe you'd appreciate Mario Rabbids.
Maybe if I was 12,
No!
you big hokey dickhead. I don't even know what hokey means.
I like it though.
Okay.
People have criticized it for a lot of reasons, right? So
Yeah.
partly because it's not like other Metal Gear games.
Yeah.
The story, like things don't. It's like, what? There's zombies now. What's going on? Like,
Yeah, with
it-
weird crystals
going
sticking out of their heads.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
obviously that was a criticism that a lot of people struggle to sort of get beyond
Yeah.
and actually give it a go. But it also has microtransactions through it.
Oh,
People are annoyed at the moment that it costs you. So if you want to start your character again without deleting your original character, if you want to have a second
Have two
character
on the
save
go.
spot, that costs you $10.
that's outrageous. In a post-Star
That is
Wars
real
Battlefront 2 world, I'm surprised they tried that shit.
Yeah, it feels like you shouldn't be able to do that now. Well, people are kicking up about it.
Yeah.
The other annoying thing is that it needs an internet connection, like constantly, to work,
I
right?
don't like that ever.
No, it's quite frustrating. Like even just
right.
setting up, because I set up the PlayStation at the studio. It's like, I just want to play the game. I don't but I've got to go through and work out why the Wi-Fi's not working. It's just like,
What about...
Thanks,
It doesn't- and
Malcolm
it's not-
Turnbull.
Yeah, thanks, Mal.
Thanks, Rupert Murdoch.
blame those guys.
I know you're behind it.
I can't see any reason why it would need to be connected to the internet other than like it just
Yeah.
wants an internet connection.
Yeah.
And they kind of used it as a sneaky way to hold up reviews as well. Because reviewers got review copies, but their servers weren't active until the game was officially released, so that they can't play the game until it comes out. And that's kind of like, well,
100%. Yeah.
So the game was out, and people like big publishers like IGN still just had like reviews in progress from like first impressions on release day, because that's all they played.
Well,
Yeah.
And so reviews are only just coming out.
Who's Hideo? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Was asked if he had anything to do with the game. He stated the game had nothing to do with him, and zombies do not fit into his vision.
Yeah. He said, he went on record saying that, Metal Gear Solid is basically espionage with political kind of fiction. He goes, zombies would have no part in that. So he totally denounced the idea, the concept of the game, yeah.
You know what this feels like? This feels like a Die Hard film. You know how, like, with especially the later, like, Die Hard 4s and 5s, where they would just, Hollywood would grab a script and go, this could be a Die Hard film. They whack Die Hard on it, they put Bruce Willis in it, then all of a sudden it's a Die Hard film, even though it has nothing,
In fairness,
This is kind of like, they were like, this zombie wave game could be a Metal Gear game. We'll whack Metal Gear on it.
We'll put some branding people know on it. Yeah.
We'll say Snake or whatever the fuck. And then
Put a really convoluted story at the start to tie it in.
Where are the rest of your glasses, Naomi?
Fuck off, Evan. I've had enough. I broke my glasses at Christmas, and I've been gluing the arm back on.
Oh, okay.
So in the last video I did have an arm here, but it was just glued back on, and they just keep snapping off. And I could drive 5 minutes down the road to get them replaced on the spot for free. It takes like 2 minutes. I've done it before, but I haven't.
Can you tell us?
Been too busy getting moons.
You heard that first here at Gamey Game. We get the big news.
The only thing people talk to me about now, especially strangers that just come up and ask me about the glasses. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's how you meet people.
It is. It's on purpose. It's really lonely.
You make friends.
That's why I like playing the balloon game.
Yeah.
At least it's some form of connection.
How many broken Naomi glasses would you give this out of 5?
I would give it, no disrespect to Naomi's broken glasses, maybe 1.5. Because there is a bit of fun in the actual creating a base.
Yeah.
That is kind of fun. You can do fun things like create a ramp. You know those ramps that go up to the next level of the base. But if you don't attach it to the next level of the base, the zombies go doodle doodle doodle, and then they just fall, and then they get dazed at the bottom, and you can just go boom, 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 boom. That's fun. I like that. But at the same time, it's not a Metal Gear game. As you just said, they just slap some branding on and to sell it, and it's really a new game. So don't know what they did there.
But putting it like if you just sort of ignore the Metal Gear side of it and the disappointment that comes of it not being an actual Metal Gear game, is it a good survival game? It's not really the kind of game I would play, really.
No, like I said, many people are getting to the 10, 15 hour point and going, oh, I'm kind of done with this. This is so repetitive. It's so ordinary. It is fun. I'm not saying you won't like it, but it is fun in a way. But
in a way,
I don't get the Metal Gear branding is a big sticking point for me because it's all about stealth. It's all about sneaking around, all about kind of infiltration and stuff. And this is all about kind of you're out there. They still include that Metal Gear thing that I'm sure many of you know, where you kind of get spotted and it goes din, and the exclamation point. It still has that, but it's like you're fighting waves of zombies. Of course, you're gonna get spotted. It's no longer a stealth game.
Right.
So if this was called Zombies with Big Metal Dicks Coming Out of Their Heads Survive.
Yeah, I would buy that.
Ooh,
what an endorsement!
Yeah, I'd buy that. Sorry,
that was horny.
Yeah, that was horny, wasn't it?
We're gonna give this game to, because I don't want to play it. We're gonna give this to one of our
people that we like the least.
Whoever pledges the least amount of money gets this.
Yeah,
we're gonna give it to one of our Patreon supporters. So if you want it, you can sign up to our Patreon.
Just ask.
When are you gonna decide so people know how long they have?
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
We'll announce it on the show next week. So if you sign up during the week, you'll be in the running. We'll just pick someone at random.
I reckon you probably, it's a PS4 version, so you've got to ask if they have a PS4.
Oh, and
Yeah,
it's a
it's
PS4. It's a PS4 version.
They can tell from the PS4 on the box.
How about you tell us what you've done, you know, to deserve this?
You've been bad.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
You haven't called your mum in a while.
Yeah.
You shoplifted. Then you deserve this game.
Just support us on Patreon. That's all you need to know.
We
And
ask
say
of
you have a PS4, I guess.
You would need to say that too.
Do
Or
say
you're
that.
willing to buy one.
We'll work
this
out. We'll
game,
work
which
out
I
a
would
system.
recommend.
We'll let you know.
We'll work out
but that
we'll
is-
work out a system.
We'll work it out.
That sums up this show in a nutshell. We'll work something
When?
out anyway
Yeah.
sometime.
They-
We're on hiatus.
All your money's gone. That's all for this week. If you do enjoy the show, please support us on Patreon at patreon.com/gamergame or gamergame.com/Patreon if you like. Thanks everyone for
job.
coming and
Thank
doing it
you.
and talking about
Thank
Metal
you.
Gear and stuff.
I enjoyed it.
We'll see you next week.
Love you.
My name
Love you.
is Ben.
Ben's there. Yep.